a lot of times when we're doing something and you tell me to do something else, I don't know whether I should be maintaining, you know what I'm saying? So we climb to 3,000, you say, okay, take a turn right, 90 degrees or whatever. I'll start doing that. Apparently, I didn't realize sometimes you wanted me to maintain the 3,000.
Yeah, when I say something like, we can climb 2,500 feet, that's 2,500, I said turn left, turn right. The idea is, okay, last clearance I heard was 2,500 feet. So if there's any question, don't be afraid to speak up.
Yep, no, but I didn't realize I was missing it until I watched it again. And then I realized, all right, gotta focus better. You know, may not be hearing everything you're throwing at me sometimes, so, okay. Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, radio check.
He may be on the phone, so we'll just text.
You are loud and clear, altimeter is 299er5.
299er5, thank you. Pretty much right there. Can't see this. Stand by, yep, alright. A lot of wind today?
No, it's just been, that smoke is killing my throat.
Yeah. It's just hard to believe it's still going on. It's been a week.
Yeah, we've cleared up for a little bit, but now it's another batch of breathing the soul of a dead tree. Okay, looks good. We'll cross over and taxi back on the grass.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo. Taxi on the grass, runway 29. I'm imagining you've been to Oshkosh before, right?
Never.
Never?
Nope.
Really, in all the years?
Yeah. First of all, I'm not a fan of big crowds.
I agree with that, but I hear it's still something to take in.
Yeah. Once you gotta do it once. I'll do it, before you die. But you should be able to do it when to be able to walk rather than be pushed around or crawl.
Well, from what I understand, there's miles and miles to cover, so...
It depends on how much you want to walk.
Yeah.
I've flown over it. I mean, I've flown over it, come back from Europe. I'm going to Chicago or LA, and we're coming down to Dallas and going right over Oshkosh. And it's like, holy, come on, that's one big ass field.
Yeah, and it's just packed with people, apparently. You look at some of the photos. At least somebody's trying to tell me 500,000 or 600,000 people through there in the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It's the biggest tower, or the busiest tower in the world that week, and it's kind of mind-boggling. Okay, let's brake is set, 2000. Left dropped, right dropped, carbon dropped, and vacuum is good, oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temp's coming up, and back to 1,000. Fuel pump is on. Gauge checked. Let's see, magnetos are both. Primer's locked. Strobes on. Carb heat's off. Mixture's rich. Ammeter's doing thing. Flaps to 2. Trim tab about where we want it. Heading into key. We are 170-ish. Right, altitude. Okay. Controls. Free and clear. Okay, windows, doors, that's the fun part.
Okay, we'll take off, we'll climb up overhead and we'll do the spiral tour landing.
Alright, as nerve-wracking as that is, it kind of needs to be,
addressed.
Yeah, needs to be known.
Okay, very good.
Okay. So, I'm not going to say staying in the pattern, or yeah?
No, it's Great Barrington 20 runway departing 29 straight out to the west, because we're climbing turn overhead.
Okay. Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, departing runway 29, climbing straight out to the west. Been busy here today, traffic-wise?
I've been non-stop since I got here this morning.
I expect that from you, I just mean the rest of them. Alright, so 2150, gauge is in the green, brake released. Look at the end of the runway, airspeed is alive. Approaching 60, we got it. Up, little help, full right rudder.
Just watch what the nose does.
Great Barrington traffic, you got a Pilatus. We are, let's see here, about 10 southeast. We are on the Arnav Bravo to circle for 29, Great Barrington.
Needs more right rudder.
And Pilatus, welcome. Great Barrington winds are light and variable out of the north, less than 5 knots, and traffic station 29. There's one airplane in the pattern taking off. Climbing up to 3,500 feet overhead the airport.
Okay, thank you.
Is this a drop or a pick?
Picking up, they're either going to be there at 4:30 or 5 o'clock.
Okay. Do you know where you normally park on the ramp?
God, it's been maybe 2 years since I've been here, so no, if you could stand outside, that'd be great.
There's another Pilatus, just park your wingtip to him.
Perfect.
Just gonna climb straight to 35?
No, what we'll do is we'll climb up to about 2,500 and then we reverse direction. And that'll be that last 1,000 feet. We'll climb up overhead the airport. Visibility's picked up considerably because I went out earlier today and you couldn't see your catamount from here. There's all that smoke. Where's another airplane? There's another airplane. Oh.
Okay, either I wasn't listening or I didn't hear you, but...
We're going to go straight out to 2,500 feet, then reverse direction back to the airport.
Okay, but continue to climb.
Yep.
Okay.
Great Barrington traffic, you got a Pilatus. We're going to be joining left downwind for the circle 29, Great Barrington.
Does it make a difference if I turn left or right?
Whatever your heart desires. Makes no difference to me.
And do I need to announce myself?
Yeah, just tell me you're 3 miles west of the airport, climbing overhead to 3,500 feet.
Okay. Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3 miles west of the airport, climbing to 3,500 feet.
There you go.
Little steep.
Now again, there's only 6 things you can do in the airplane. 3 of them are, you know, the carburetor heat, the fuel pump, and the mixture, your fuel, your bags, and your primer. So.
Sullivan County Airport, Skylane 445, 14 miles out, inbound for runway 33, Sullivan County.
Great Barrington traffic, the Pilatus to join the left downwind 29, Great Barrington.
So the heading we're looking for roughly is 11.
Yeah, actually the airport's a little off to the right, so just turn ahead about 150 and you'll see it.
150?
Yeah, you'll see, just so we'll put you in so you can see it on your side. There we go.
Approaching 3,500.
Okay, now typical level off is I want to lower the nose first, leave the power in there. After I get to my speed, then I'll bring the power back in and trim it out.
Left, crosswind 29, Great Barrington.
Wait a minute, you're in the downwind, let's miss it.
Left base, sorry.
I was going to say. Okay, you got the airport sight down there?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Just gonna wait till he turns base and then we'll do it. We're gonna do a spiral to the landing, stay right over the numbers. I want you to land on the second runway line past the numbers 2.
Pilatus, you should be able to squeeze in no problem, but I'll be coming out to the ramp to help you out just in case there's any confusion. Thank you.
So, airport's running this way right here right now.
Yep.
Okay, so.
And I want you to land on the second line past the numbers 29, and that's what
Great Barrington, the Pilatus final 29, Great Barrington.
Sullivan County, Skylane 445, 10 miles out to the west of the airport, got inbound for 33, left traffic, Sullivan County. Brookhaven Bonanza entering a wide left downwind for 24 Brookhaven 4.
So now my spiral's going to be over that second line.
Over the far end of the runway. That's what you're going to do. You're going to spiral down. If you're not sure, you can always spiral over the center of the field. That way, if you get too low one way, you can land one way.
Okay.
You can land the opposite. If there was a big open field, just stay over the middle. That way, if you get too low one way, you can land on the other way.
Okay.
But here we're shooting for a specific spot. So.
All right. We're kind of coming a beam right. Well, not quite, but almost a beam. Yep.
All right. Good, bring power back.
All right. Power back.
Go back to traffic, yellow
pitch.
Sorry, 20 Romeo's coming up overhead, doing simulated engine out, spiral to landing 29. Okay, now just start turning the airplane right overhead the airport. As you're doing that, turn the airplane as you're turning. There you go. Stay right over the center of the airport. There you go.
Good. Trying to maintain my 80.
Hand over Aeroflex traffic.
Okay, carburetor heat. Put that on. Okay,
about
check
5 miles to the west inbound.
Check left mag.
We are shooting the VLR Alpha
right
approach
mag.
to runway 3. Aeroflex traffic.
Fuel pumps on. Primer. The last one's going to be, what am I missing? Mixture rich.
Yep, there you go. Fuel pump.
Fuel pump I already did. No, check.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And usually you get 1,000 feet per spiral, so it's up to you.
Okay.
You don't want the wind to blow you too far south.
Yeah, it's pushing me.
No, you're doing fine. Yeah, tighten it right up. Tighten it right up.
Yeah. But not too tight.
Aeroflex traffic. Cherokee 732 Foxtrot 5
Oh yeah, we're way out here now, so I'm going to shallow my turn to get closer back this way, right?
But be careful though, because you're going to be don't run out of altitude. Hold your 80.
Okay.
The idea is I want to be at the end of the runway on the downwind at 1,700 feet.
Okay.
Just watch your speed there.
Okay.
And the Great Barrington 20 Romeo out of 2,500 feet, simulated engine out, spiral to landing 29.
Okay.
So now all you do is plan you're on an upwind, crosswind, downwind, base, and final. I want to be at 1,700 feet in descent where we normally are.
So we're doing a midfield crosswind right now.
To the west, we're starting
Maintaining 80.
2,400 feet.
And we're coming down,
airport, inbound for
approaching
runway
2,000.
You just have to watch the nose to the landing spot, the nose to the landing spot.
Okay. And keep my eye on my airspeed, obviously.
Yep. If it's trimmed up, you shouldn't have to push or pull. If you have it trimmed up for 80, it's going to maintain that speed.
All right.
Now give yourself home. Stop your turn, stop your turn, stop your turn, stop your turn. Because you're above the pattern altitude.
Okay.
And what happens is, there you go.
Okay, now so I got to bleed off a little bit.
Now take a look at the airport behind you. Take a look. There you go. See where you are?
Yep. Okay.
Try and set it up for a downwind base. There you go. There you go. There's the cornfield. So now turn your downwind.
Yep.
Turn downwind.
Okay.
There you go. Now you just look at what I can do when I can turn my base with the wind and everything else.
Okay. No flaps yet. You want to wait a little longer on this?
It's up to you. I would.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer.
But
here.
don't go too far because you got a tailwind. When you turn inbound, you're gonna have a headwind. I turn right towards the runway. Turn right towards the runway. Turn right towards the runway.
Let the nose do its thing. And
No. See.
We're not gonna do any flaps for a while.
No. Turn right towards the runway.
Okay.
Right towards the runway. See this here?
Yep.
You square it off. You're gonna be too low. See that wind's gonna be right on your nose. There you go.
So I'm gonna just radius the whole thing.
There you go. There. No, hold right here. See this? You got. There you go. Perfect. Now you can put your flaps down.
Okay. 2.
Don't turn.
Well.
There you go. There you go. Put down your third notch. You got it. There you go.
Okay.
Now pull your flap handle back. There you go. No, hold it back. Hold it back. There, hold it right back. Fly right to the second runway. See the second runway line?
Yep.
Yeah. Hold that flap handle
back on center
now fly
line.
the airplane back. Fly the airplane. Fly the airplane. There you go. And you see, don't be afraid to fly the airplane. See this here? Fly the airplane. There you go.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, there you go.
You make that look just too easy, Rick.
That's because you got to use a beautiful landing. See what you have to do is you have to actually fly the airplane. Okay. So if you see it's not there and it's just thinking about it, it's not going to turn the airplane. Okay.
All right. Go to number 2 while I collect myself.
Put taps back there. Yep.
All right, that was. I understood that better, but it definitely.
But you know, in this case here, the winds are from this way, so see where it blew it to the south there. Just want to stay over, and if the problem is if you open, this is a cornfield, not a runway. Okay, I just stay right overhead the center of the airport. That way, it gives you the options. If I got too low one way, I can land the other way, a little bit of a tailwind, or I can land into the wind. Okay.
So, I'm taxiing, I can turn the fuel pump would be off.
Okay, any questions on that?
I'm still processing it in my head.
The thing is just trim it up. This airplane here basically needs all the trim up to maintain 80 miles an hour. So once it's trimmed up, just let your hands off, and all you have to do is turn the airplane.
Okay.
And if you got to do a tight turn, you might have to let the nose down a little bit just so you pick up the speed. And you can crank it right around on wingtip there and tighten it right up, and just get yourself a usually uses 1,000 feet per hour, but I can do a real tight turn and keep it within a short period of time.
Yeah, the big fear in the world is the stall spin.
So. Well, to be a stall spin, it's got to be all the way down there. You're doing 80, the stall spin is all the way down there.
Yeah, but if I'm pushing it and I get distracted for 15 seconds.
And if you overbank, the thing is, overbank it, you can get the stall. You can get the stall light if you overbank it.
Oh, you can stall at any airspeed, right?
Any airspeed, any altitude, any attitude.
Right.
You do the same thing, all right?
Absolutely.
Now this time here, I'm not going to say a word. I just want you to just play it by ear. And if you just sit there, again, what happens is set it up so I do as I cross field. Now I'm on a downwind because I'm used to that. A base and a final. If you come over here and you're doing this here, now you're not looking at the runway. Now you got to do this, and now I'm too low. Okay.
Yeah. That time I wasn't monitoring the altitude because typically you're telling me what to do when, and this time you let me go pretty much, free play it and all that fun stuff. So.
And that's how you learn.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
And all right. So, Great Barrington traffic 20 Romeo, departing runway 29, straight out to the west.
Okay. Now remember, every takeoff you got to plan for an engine failure, and every landing you got to plan for a go around. Okay. That way it's not going to surprise you.
All right, 2150, everything's in the green. Airspeed is alive. Eyes at the end of the field. Looking for 60. Picking up quickly, and 60.
Okay, just watch. Alright. What's wrong with your takeoff?
I don't have any flaps.
Reach down and put 2 knots of flaps. You see how flat that was?
Yeah, that was lesson right there. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Whew. So again, I just show you don't want to abort the takeoff. You just go ahead and reach down and put down 2 knots of flaps.
Right. But
and you can tell because it was just a very flat takeoff.
about 310. All right. Missed something on the pre-flight checklist there. Takeoff checklist. On a really hot day with severe density altitude, that could be a major problem.
It could be a huge problem, yep.
Plane do a little more of the work.
Looking good.
Rick, are you on the Unicom?
Yeah, go ahead.
Before the plane sense guys come in, do I charge them a landing fee, or are they on like their own billing schedule?
They should have. We charge them the landing fee, but they should be under plane sense.
The customer?
No, the bill plane sense.
Okay, will do.
Yep, and then they bill the customer, part of the bill.
Okay. In the computer, I put in plane sense as the customer being billed.
Yep.
Okay.
It should be, look under landing fees and it may be underneath there. I don't know if they have their own special account. I'll have to ask Terry.
Okay, yeah, I see the landing fee on Terry's desk.
Yeah.
Speed traffic, Skyline 47520, 6 miles northwest, maneuvering for the 45, midfield left downwind into runway 32, good speed.
County Skyline 445, so return base, runway
Not enough right rudder as usual.
Yep. This airplane here says what I do. You see that cloud up there? Just use that as a reference. Keep the wings level. You just hold it like that. That's it. Sometimes you have this particular airplane, it seems like you put a little left aileron in there to counterbalance it. There you go.
Following county traffic, Cessna 6519 and under joining left downwind to runway 33 at the 40.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3 miles west of the airport, climbing to 3,500 feet.
Good speed traffic, Skyline 47520, 3 miles northwest, entering the 45, midfield left downwind, runway 32, good speed.
Barrington traffic, Great Barrington traffic, Polaris 41 Golf X-ray back taxi, runway 29 at Great Barrington.
Are you taking off now to Gulf X-ray for good, or are you coming back?
Great Barrington traffic, Polaris 41 Golf X-ray back taxi, runway 29 at Great Barrington.
Gulf X-ray, are you coming back today, or are you heading back now?
Heading out, I left him all my information so you guys can just bill me. He didn't know how to bill me.
Oh, okay, no, I was just saying thanks for coming. Come again anytime you're there. That's your normal parking spot when you come up if there's nobody here.
Very kind, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you take care. Have a safe flip back.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Other shoreline, 1,000. Bennington traffic, you got a red and white Warrior on a 3-mile right base for runway 13 Bennington.
Good speed traffic, Skyline 47520, entering 45, midfield left downwind, runway 32, good speed.
We just have to do one quick turn overhead here because I don't want to make sure the Polaris takes off. I don't want to be spiraling down.
So just do a 360.
He's departing now. He said he's departing now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, you just level off at 35.
Great Barrington, Unicom, Pilatus 4-1 Golf X-ray.
Great Barrington Unicom.
Yeah, is it 3285 to talk to Albany to pick up my IFR?
Yeah, 13282, 13282.
282, thanks.
Okay, you can level off right here if you want.
Alright.
Hey, just do it, if we're not over the airport, just do a little tight
Sure, it's
turn.
not 3285.
No, Bradley is 2535, Albany is 3282.
See ya.
Okay, there you go. Can you see the airport okay?
Yeah.
It's right.
Traffic Skylane
Yeah, it's just gonna go to the left. Here we go.
Oh.
32.
Where is it? It's right there. Yep, there we go. That's it.
I thought you want me to just turn around.
Now we just. He's taking off now, so we'll be all set when we get over here. Just to jump the power and start down. Okay, my lips are sealed, so set yourself up so that.
Sullivan County, Skylane 445, turning crosswind on 1833, left close traffic, Sullivan County.
There you go.
Traffic, Skyhawk 817 Zulu, taking to runway 35.
Yeah, if he looks like he's getting off.
He's sitting at the numbers right now.
We just do a circle up here until he's on the roll, okay? Because I don't want it to bother you. Now do it to your left.
To my left?
Golf X-ray departing runway 29 at Great Barrington.
He's on the roll now, so just go pull your power back. Pull it back. He's on the go now. There you go. Good. Okay. So just hold the nose level. There you go. Now trim it up. Just trim. Okay, there. Now just do your 6 things: carbureted heat, mixture, and fuel pump. Carbureted heat, mixtures, rich, fuel pump.
Fuel pumps.
Okay. Yep.
Primer.
Check your mags. Okay, that's good. And then now just go back. Now switch your fuel tanks.
South, we're in a straight in for runway 02.
Good. Good. Okay, now there you are. You're all done.
Okay.
Now stay right over at the airport. And just announce what you're doing, that you're at a 3,000 simulated engine now.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3,000 feet, doing a spiral descent, engine out experiment. What is it called? Procedure?
Yep, and we have the Pilatus in sight, no factor. There you go.
Okay. It'd be a little bit more over the airport.
Traffic,
It's a little to
Pilatus.
my left, so
4-1 Golf X-ray
Alright.
departing to the southwest.
20.
I just gotta keep this guy in sight right here.
Okay.
There you go, he's out of the way.
Alright. I wanted to shallow that one out anyway, so.
Yep.
And it's pitched up, so I really don't need to watch the. Well, I need to watch, but I don't need to worry about that.
Okay, now you're gonna be able to do another spiral.
Probably not where I'm at.
Okay.
So. Pull 1 notch of flaps here.
But watch your speed, watch your speed, watch your speed, watch your speed. Just okay. Now you see you're extremely.
First, Pilatus 4-1 Golf X-ray.
You gotta switch it over.
Okay.
There you go. Now you see you're way high, right?
Albany
Yeah,
Pilatus 4-1
so I
Golf
didn't know
X-ray.
You're still on 22.8. You're still on 22.8. Okay, there you go. Okay, there, see, what I'm going to do is, I'm just flying airplane. See this here? I'm high, okay? So I have to do is,
Right.
I'm just doing, I got a little killing Victor here.
But
I
go
keep
way
it-
the hell over there?
Yeah, no, not way over the hell there. See, I'm just doing this here. See this here? I'm just doing a little S turn.
S turn to bleed
Yeah.
off some altitude?
Yep,
Alright.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
because you don't want to go too far away.
Okay. Now we're.
Okay, I put your flaps down because you're way high here. And now just give it full right rudder and left aileron. Full right rudder and left aileron. And that's it, sir. Gonna slip it right in. There you go. There you go. Now go straight towards the runway. There you go. Okay, let's do a go around. Go around. Go around. Go around. Go. No. First thing on a go around is always full power. Full power first. Full. Now fly the airplane.
Okay.
And now you got all the trim in here. Hold the nose down. Now just trim it down. When you do a go around, the first thing you always do is just always give it full power. Yep. That Pilatus sort of screwed us up that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and climb up to 3,500.
That's alright. I picked up some stuff on that too. The whole idea of, bleeding off some altitude.
Yeah,
with
but the other thing is too, is you never want to lose sight of the field. And what happens is you want to always set up a downwind base and final. At that altitude there, we were still high. We couldn't do that. If we just turned to the right and did a downwind further out, downwind, it would have been much better. There you go.
Pilatus, is that a seaplane?
No, that's a turboprop, single engine turboprop, pressurized. It's a nice airplane.
I guess I was thinking platypus.
Platypus,
yeah. Might be water oriented.
Yeah, it's got a retractable landing gear, so I don't think that one's going to be an amphibious airplane.
Sky to traffic. Zulu, it's final, 35
Pretty much traffic over down the airport.
Look around once in a while.
That's good.
On the airport, Skyline 445, turning downwind for runway 33, Southern.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3 miles west of the airport, climbing to 3,500 feet for spiral descent.
It's just going to be doing a practice engine out spiral tour landing.
Say that again?
It's going to be a practice engine out spiral tour landing.
Practice
you do it, yeah.
engine out
Spiral tour landing, yeah. Now this time here, just want to keep the center. If you stay right over the center of the airport, that gives you the option. If you get too low one way, you get the other way there. But if you go on 2.9, that sort of sets you up to get, sometimes you get too far. So the idea is you want to spiral down right over the center of the field that you want to land at. He's nothing, he's just
As long as it's not a bee. I'm not allergic, they just make me cringe.
I think that might have been a firefly or something like that.
Southern County Airport, Skyline 445, turning base on runway 33, left close traffic, Southern County Airport.
So again, when you lose the engine, its first thing is carburetor heat. You don't worry about trimming right after it. Hold the nose level at the engine. While you're doing that, carburetor heat, mixture, and a fuel pump. Check your mags, your fuel, your primer, and the fuel tanks.
Southern County Airport, Skyline 445, turning final, left close traffic, Southern County Airport.
Good. Now, once you do that, just concentrate on that landing spot and the angle that you have, okay?
Okay. Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3,500 feet above this runway. Practice spiral descent to landing. Engine out.
Yeah, when you're in, main power all the way off whenever you're ready. Okay, there you go. So now just carburetor heat on. Mixture rich.
Mixture rich.
And check your magnetos. Looks good. Yep. Now go right to your fuel pump. Okay, fuel pump's on.
Fuel pump's
Primer's in line. Okay, now trim it up. And now just do it. See? Just watch the nose. See? Watch this. See now? Hold the nose up. See this here? Hold the nose up. See this? Hold the nose up. See that? Hold the nose up.
Down to 3,100.
Okay, watch your speed now. See what if you take your hand off the wheel, take your hand off the wheel, take your hand off the wheel. See? Yeah, just trim it up. There you go.
Southern County, Skyline 445, turning crosswind for runway 33, left close traffic, Southern County.
A 2,700 feet. Probably got time for.
This is what you do. This is what you do. See this here? See what I'm doing? Tighten it right up. Because if you take your time, you're going to lose too much altitude. You're going to lose too much, see? I want, see this here?
7 Cali, Skylane 445.
I'm trying to make it last as longitudinally possible.
Yeah, but what happens is if you did that the same rate, you'd be too low by the time you got down. See, now I'm doing a little bit of an upwind here.
Yeah.
And now I'm over the middle of the field. See this here? Now I'm just going to set up on downwind. See this here?
Set up and downwind.
See?
Base and
Just
final
now take a
now.
look at the airport behind me. See there? See that road there? That's it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
give yourself, right? Now ready, set, and give yourself a downwind. Here, downwind. There you go. Good. Okay, now turn your base.
I don't know where the hell I am.
No, see the airport right behind you? No, nice and easy. Nice and easy, see? Now, you're still above your pattern altitude, so you got the airport made. It's up to you to mess it up.
Okay. Alright, so we're actually a beam right now.
Yep.
With that at altitude, okay.
Now, take a look. I'm going to have here, I got to turn my base over these trees because of the way the wind is, okay? So
Right.
put down 1 notch of flaps. Now, do it at a base, okay? Now, ready? Look at the airport. Okay, now look. Now do a base. See this? Just watch it. Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah,
look
I'm
at me.
watching.
Nose to see. I've seen the nose. See, I can see the nose is in good shape here, okay? There you go. I'm a little high, so put down your 2nd notch. Okay. Now square it off, square it off, square it off. You can always turn right towards the airport if I have to. See? Look at the rate of descent's good. See that?
Okay.
Now nice and easy,
Last
see?
notch of flaps.
Not quite yet. Okay, yeah, you can put it on now, yep. Now just nice and easy. See this? Hold your 80. See? I'm flying the nose to the 2nd runway line. See this here? Nice and easy. See this here? There you go. See that? That 2nd runway line?
Yeah.
You got the airplane.
I make the airport right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just lower the nose a little bit. Lower the nose. Okay.
Rose a little.
Okay. Yeah. Now flare, 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 flare.
Would it clip the top of a van, huh? Ooh.
See what happened? As soon as I gave you the wheel, you let the nose down, then you pulled it up, so you lost that energy. So
Yeah.
I just held it right there, but that's the idea. See, I did it. What you're doing is you just square it off. Do what you do. If you can always turn right towards the runway if you have to. Okay. Right. There you go. Let's try it again.
I mean, I guess. I think here. How do I want to say this? All right. So I mean, the game changes on that pretty quickly, sort of.
Yeah. That's why.
So sometimes you want to square it off. Sometimes you want to just turn right in. Sometimes you want to.
But you won't know unless you do what I do. I said, watch me. I said, I went from the nose to the runway, and I just kept, people go like this, they're on a downwind, like that, and they say, okay, time to turn base. Now they're too low or they're way too high. But if I want, like, okay, nose, runway, nose, the angle looks good. Let me stop my base here, a little high. Okay, it looks good. Now I can turn. I need to turn right towards the runway. So what it is, you have to be. It's very focused on that. Just that little angle right there. That's what you need. You don't need worried about traffic on a long final or a base or anything else like that. You just need to fly the airplane.
Right. Well, I guess I can look at the nose and the runway, and I'm looking and trying to put the pattern together, but I guess I don't 100% know what I'm specifically looking for.
The angle. If I got an angle like this, I know I'm low. If I'm like this, I'm way too high. What I'm doing, when you do all these takeoff and landings, you got a nice angle like this here. What I'm doing is, okay, and then you have to see what the rate of descent is. If I got a wicked tailwind this way here, when I turn, I'm doing 110, because 100 miles an hour, because I'm indicating. This way now I'm doing 60, so what happens is now I'm going to go, I'm not going to make the runway. So if I have a tailwind on the downwind, and a headwind on final, I have to turn in a little high, because what happens is when I turn this way, my ground speed is going to stop, and I'm going to go this here. I'm going to go vertical that way there. So this is part of the deal. If I look at the airport, I can do that just by looking at it. Oh, I see the angles getting shallower. I need to turn into the airport. You understand?
I'm trying.
Yeah,
I'm processing it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's
like pretend there's a string attached to that. The 2nd runway line, and you're looking at it right there, and you slide down on that string. If you get the takeoff checklist.
Okay.
But again, the easy way to do that here, if you don't have that, is the fuel. Okay, primer's in lock, master's on, fuel pump's on, mags on both, carburetor heat's off, mixer's rich, flaps and trim, and that's everything. There you go.
Great bearing to traffic, 20 Romeo, departing runway 29, Straight out to the west.
Now, once you do the initial 2100 RPM, you don't have to do it every time. Just you can take it right on the roll if you want. Just glance down here that you got the 2150. Okay.
Okay.
And then just to make that's just an option. Okay.
Right.
I can do that here, and then I can just see everything's in the green, and off I go.
I just think it's a good practice
Okay.
to
Yep. Well, if you go to a tower, you can't do that. The tower says clear for takeoff. They don't want you when they say clear for takeoff, you said I'm ready for takeoff, that means that you're cleared, you go.
You're
okay? And that's you do. Usually you have a long runway, so then you just check the RPM and everything, and you can always abort on runway. But if you sit here and go, hey, that's 20 runway, I got an airplane and a half mile final, you got to get going. Okay, so that's what he's going to do. He's going to yell at you. So you got to make sure at a towered airport, you're not going to do that. You're just going to take it on the roll.
But they have a lot longer runways
Yeah,
typically,
exactly.
so you're not concerned about the short field.
Exactly. Okay, now let's stay right on the center line.
Airspeed's alive. 60. Rotate. Much easier with flaps, right?
Much easier. See how high you get above there?
Just now. They should put that on a list somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Never enough, right? Rudder.
This airplane requires a lot of rudder. This airplane requires a lot of rudder.
I'm getting it. It's just not as intuitive yet, but I'm catching myself much earlier each time.
You'll be in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning pushing the right foot. Oh, right rudder. A little late, but that's better late than never. Yeah. I just look at the cloud like up here. So you get the cloud. You can see that if the cloud's going to the right, I know I need more rudder, or the bank. I'm banking one way or another.
I'm still waiting to get that feeling, like in the seat. You know, I mean, when you're driving, you can feel yourself, the inertia as you're going, and I'm too preoccupied with everything else right now to feel that. It'll come with time.
But the thing is, talk to yourself out loud. Just say, how do I look? If I'm on a downwind. Now, if I'm a downwind, the beam and the numbers, at 1700, I'm not going to be able to go much further than those pine trees at the end of the cornfield, because normally we got power, we got 2,000 amps, we take it out to the L-shaped barn. If I've got no power at all, I mean, I'm handicapping myself, so I have to turn my base. Then at that point there, if I'm high, I can just turn out this way here, or if I'm getting low, I turn right towards the runway.
And like you said, if you have a tailwind on a downwind, then you're going to have a headwind when you come back.
So you might want to just say, okay, I know I got a tailwind on my downwind, so I need to turn my base a little sooner than I want to, because what's going to happen is now I'm going to go right to a headwind, and I'm going to go from 100 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour.
Right. Worst case scenario, you get to the field a little bit farther down the runway, but it's still better than the trees.
The idea is if you pick that second runway where you want to land, I don't care where it is, but you pick that runway, that line, that spot where you want to land, and fly it to it. If I have to push the nose over to get to it, then that means I got to bring the power back. And if I'm no power, that means I'm high. If I have to pull the nose up to it and get to it, that means, and I'm not having power, that means I'm not going to make the field.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3 miles west, climbing to 3,500 feet for a practice spiral descent. Engine out landing.
County Airport, Skyline 445, departing to the west. We are currently upwind of 33 Sullivan County Airport.
Resnick traffic, White Diamond, 8 Lima Alpha, 45 entry, right downwind, runway 22, Resnick. Resnick traffic, White Diamond, 8 Lima Alpha, turning right base, runway 22, Resnick.
Brookhaven traffic, just turning downwind, runway 24, Brookhaven.
Resnick traffic, Diamond 8 Lima Alpha, short final, runway 22, full stop, Resnick.
Up a little bit. How did I put the airport, Rick? Oh, or it's on your side, isn't it?
Nope. It's straight. What's this here? You're right over the end of 11.
Ah, okay.
You got it?
I will when I look this way, maybe.
Wait a second, it's gotta go a little bit more this way here.
Traffic Cessna 945.
There, no, it should be right underneath you.
Yep, okay, now I see it. Yep, it was right under the nose.
Yep, okay. Go ahead, bring the power back, bring back.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3,700 feet above the runway, spiral descent, practice engine out for landing.
Okay, now you got 6 things. Hold the nose up while you're doing this. Carburetor heat on.
Hold those up.
Yep, okay.
Turn the heat on. Rich. Trim. Note the fuel pump's on. I looked at it.
Okay, yep. You want 80, not 90. Or 80, not 80, not 90.
Okay. 80, and check my mags. Okay. Right at the airport, so I'm gonna.
What's the check?
Going too fast. Need some nose.
There's no hit.
3,000 feet. Still too fast. Need a little. Have any more trim? No, I'm up. I'm just.
If you're fast, watch it. Look at the nose. Watch the nose. See the nose? Ta-da. Look at it. Bring the, don't, this does not stall. See? There. Okay. See? There you go. Just hold. The only way to get the nose up is slow it down. See, now you got plenty of trim. So I do an upwind. See, you're 1,000 feet. I do an upwind. But hold your 80.
Hold my 80.
And now just watch the nose, because now you're gonna go right below it. Yeah. Again. No. Just you got it. Just relax. Just watch the nose. See that?
Okay.
Okay. Now I can turn my crosswind. Give yourself a crosswind. Just tell everybody you're high crosswind. Runway 29.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, high crosswind, runway 29.
Okay, but see now, you're not watching nose. You're just cranking the airplane. See this here? What I'm doing? I want to be over there. See the barn right there? Now watch this. I'm watching the nose. See this here? Just watch the nose. See this here? Nice and easy. See this? There's the airport underneath me. See this here? There's the airport. There's the nose. There, you're cranking a lot. The speed goes down when you do that. The idea is, now I'm coming up to 70. I don't have much space. Okay, now here I've set you up on 1,500. There you go. Now you got the airplane. Okay. Now nice and easy.
I'm getting consumed with the gauges and the airspeed.
No. Look outside the airplane. Look outside. Just don't pull the nose up. Let the nose do its thing.
Where are we at? We're still high, so.
Okay, yeah, but look, take a look. Okay, high. Okay, if you're high, put down 1 notch flaps. That's it. Put down 1 notch flaps, and just see what the airplane does. Now take a look at the airport. Okay, you're still high. So I
can't see the airport unless I move the wing.
No, look. Yeah, look. There you go.
All right, now I can.
Okay, all right.
That was. Okay, so. A little fast. Okay, get back to my 80.
I turn right towards the run. No flaps. Turn right towards the run. Turn right towards the runway. See this here?
I need some more airspeed, so.
See?
Okay.
Now just see the angle. See that speed there? See the angle's good. Don't hold it. At this point, I wouldn't hold 80. Nope. I just hold that speed rate you got right there, okay? Because they pull it up. Now I'm going to change there.
Can bleed off that speed if we have to.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The airspeed's good. Just hold it right like that. Now you see how the road is coming in?
The third notch of flaps.
Wait. Yank them on. There you go.
That'll give us a little extra lift.
There you go. Now you got the airplane.
Okay.
Now fly the airplane. Right to the second runway line. Fly right to the second runway line. Second runway line. Beautiful. Okay. You see what happens? A lot of times you're just yanking the airplane. You're not watching the nose. And what happens? Next thing you're going right into a 30-degree bank, and that nose is going down. Now you got 100 miles an hour. Now you're chasing. If I can keep that 80 miles an hour, and if it's 80, you just watch the nose. Here's the nose. Watch this. There it is. There it is. There it is. Nice and easy. Nice and shallow. So, but again, in this case here, you know the airport enough. You know that if you see that cornfield right there in the line of trees, you know the airport's right there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, well, I'm not comfortable with the surroundings of the airport yet, so
Yep, I understand.
there's that whole...
My problem is I've been flying for so long that I go like, I don't understand why I don't understand this.
Right.
It's because I haven't done it. I've been doing it for so long.
Right. It's second nature to you.
And I forget that you don't have the experience or the time to do that. You know.
Right.
So it's that most of the time it's my bad. Okay, and it's not bad. You're doing good.
And it's okay.
But you see how I send you. The idea is you say, okay, I know that this airport is 1,700 feet now. I'm at 3,500 feet, and if I keep the turn down, I'm going to be way high in a downwind. How about if I do an upwind, a crosswind, a downwind, a base, in a final, and it's nice and easy. But what happens when you went to turn the downwind, you just cranked it right over and the nose came down. What it is, you watch the nose. What happens, hold the nose level. Just there it is, there's the airport, there it is, watch the nose. And try and keep it underneath, because now if you're going from 80 to 100, that's what happened that last time, not this one, the time before. What happens, you're high, so you push the nose over, and the airspeed got up, and then you pull the nose up, and then you got airspeed low, okay? And then what happened is you don't be afraid to just take it easy, just watch the nose. If you're on final, if you're doing 85 and it's comfortable, hold 85, because if I bring the nose up, I'm going to climb and I'm going to start getting a higher rate of descent. So if I've got 1 knot of flaps and it looks like I'm gliding right to that numbers 29, I'm not going to touch a thing, because if I put the flaps down, that's going to move me forward this way here. You know, because if I got this thing and it looks like 29 is exactly where I'm going to, ground is going to come up and smite upon that belly, that's where I want to go. So I just put the flaps down, and by using the flaps at the last minute, yanking them on, gives a little bumble and whoop, little lift.
Yeah, I guess one thing I wasn't picking up on was, like, what we practiced these before, it was do a spiral, we come around, we would do a crosswind, downwind, or crosswind, downwind, base, and then final. And this time we added an upwind, and I don't know why I didn't realize that was an option before.
It's an option, because what happened is I said I lose 1,000 feet. If I'm right here and I'm still 1,000 feet high, I know I don't have the time to do another complete 360. So, but I need to lose altitude. So how about if I do this? I go upwind, then I can do a crosswind down, and I can put my flaps down here. I can put 1 notch of flaps down here, and then I can cut in. If I start getting low, I can.
It makes absolute perfect sense, but in my mind, it just wasn't even on that side of the fence.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've got to realize that, hey, if you're in an emergency situation, everything you know, every tool in this cockpit is at your disposal.
Now the thing is, if you're too low and you say I can't land that way there, you just enter a downwind and land this way here. That's just it. If I see that I'm at 1,700 feet and I want to land that way there, I'm too low for that runway there. But guess what? I can land this way here. So I just I'm on a downwind, my base, and my final. That's why I said you got to be a juggler. You got to be able to.
Right.
Okay?
And because it's not natural to me, or I haven't done it 1,000 times yet, I'm taking too long to think and process the information, and then I'm overreacting once I process it.
But the thing is, when you're in this situation here, processing and overthinking is too much. The things you have to do is look outside, see what the rate of descent. If I look out here and I say, okay, I'm high, but I got to do this, I got to do that. Next thing you don't see what the airplane's doing. I say, okay, I'm high, all right. Let me just hold the nose up and let me just put down 1 notch of flaps and just see what the nose is, okay. And then this is all I need right here. I don't give a fuck about this here. If I see my nose is down like this, I know that I'm not going to stall. I see I'm doing 85, that's fine. 5 miles an hour. If I got the nose up here and I'm doing 60, I need to do something. And that's why I do it. Okay, I look down here and I glance down. Okay, it looks good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm becoming fixated on that airspeed and that potential
and then,
stall.
If you see that stall light come on during a tight turn, it's going to scare the shit out of you. But that's just chatter. You're not near a stall. That's just a chatter.
Right.
You know.
Well, it's a warning.
Yeah,
it's an alert.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
All right.
So you got
so
2 knots of flaps.
2 notches of flaps. I already got them pretty much back where we want. Okay. How are we doing on fuel?
We're doing good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great back to traffic. 20 Romeo departing runway 29. Departing.
That's what you're doing. See that? See your spirals? Good.
nerve-wracking, but I asked for it. This is what I want to focus
Well, the
on.
big thing is, if you just keep, now take it on roll. Just take it on roll this time. Just take it on roll. Take it right on roll. Okay? Just take it right on roll.
Okay, everything's in the green. Airspeed's alive. 60.
There you go. Now just fly the airplane. Watch the nose. See the nose?
Yep.
Pick the nose and fly the airplane.
A little breezy there. But I had the right rudder in the whole time.
Yep.
I don't know why on climb out I feel more comfortable. I mean, I can put in a little trim, but I feel comfortable with the resistance on
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
No.
You fly the airplane. What makes you what makes you comfortable? I can't impose what makes me comfortable on you. Okay? If you
Right.
feel comfortable with that, that's absolutely fine.
Well, I mean, I want to use some trim, but I also
Resnick traffic, Diamond 8 Lima Alpha, turning
something
right
about
base,
that
runway
resistance. I'm
22,
sure after I've
Resnick.
got a lot more hours, I'll feel more like, you know what, let the plane do the work.
Yep. Well, the only thing is when I get resistance, if I get distracted, I'm going from 80, see now you're doing down to your 90, 95, because you're letting the nose down. And now you're doing a climb like this here. Okay? Where if I trim it for 80, 85, it's going to hold that 85. It's stable all the way around. And when they do a turn, what happens, the nose comes down. Next thing you know, you're doing 100 miles an hour in the turn and you've lost your energy. So if I trim it for 80 and I just watch the nose and see what the nose does. Big thing is, you know, just look outside and fly the airplane.
Okay, gonna just peek in front of us. Trying to develop good habits.
There you go.
Oh, you're just...
There, now you're gonna fly the airplane off the ground. Okay? You're gonna look outside the airplane.
I
this
don't
time.
know where the hell I'm going now.
No,
Resnick
I'll tell you
traffic,
that.
Diamond 8 Lima Alpha, going around, runway 22, Resnick.
You need to watch the nose. Okay, just go ahead and turn back towards the airport.
Okay. Gray Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 3 miles to the west of the airport, climbing to 3,500 feet.
I'm gonna force you to look at the nose. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do it your way, Rick.
Do you have a choice? Can I see the airport behind us?
It's somewhere there. Yes.
Okay, very good.
I think so.
So now just keep the airport in sight. Nose to the runway. Nose, just go back and forth, back and forth. Now, I don't care what altitude you get to, just keep climbing until you're over there at the airport. Makes no difference what altitude you're at.
Runway 22, Resnick.
You know, now that I'm doing it this way, it's one less thing to struggle with is to get a little more trim in there, because now one less task to be doing, I guess.
Ridge Airport.
Resnick traffic, White Diamond, right downwind, runway 22, Resnick.
You can just level off here, whatever altitude you're at. I don't care what altitude you're at, just level off here.
Okay.
At the airport?
I've got the airport.
Okay. Wait
some
till
power back.
No, wait till you're right over the center before you now level off. Just bring the nose to normal straight level flight. Normal straight level flight. How do you do
no
straight?
horizon, so
Yeah,
it's
no, you
kind of
don't.
weird.
No, you can see the dirt over the nose. That's what you're looking for right there. Now we got to carry what you normally carry for power. 2400 RPM. So bring the power up. Bring the power up. Yep, all I do is bring the power up. Bring the power up. Yep. You're not over the airport yet, are we?
I don't know. I lost it when all that conversation.
Yep. Okay. So.
No, we're not. Yep.
Okay. So all I want is straight level flight. Again, there's the horizon there. You have to look outside a little bit. You can see the dirt. There you go.
Okay.
And runway 24.
Hey, we're approaching 11 now.
Okay. Just wait until you're halfway down the runway. Great Barrington, 20 Romeo is spiral to a landing over runway 29 out of 3500. Okay, bring power all the way off. And now, just watch the nose, watch the nose. Trim it up. There you go. Here, just watch the nose.
Resnick traffic, White Diamond, turning right base, runway 22, Resnick.
Bridge.
Brookhaven traffic, turning
Check,
left
fuel
downwind,
pumps
runway
on.
24, Brookhaven.
Looking out the window.
See, right now, I don't care if your speed's 90 or 85 or 100.
Okay.
I just want you to look outside, fly the airplane, look outside the nose.
Okay. I was looking for the airport there, just making sure I'm staying where I want to be.
But you know that you can't have a nose up attitude, okay? You know you can't have a nose up
Resnick
attitude.
traffic, White Diamond, turning final, runway 22,
But you can't look like a lawn
Resnick.
dart either, okay? You can't look like a lawn dart either. You can't look like a lawn dart either. There you go. That's up to you to decide. Do I have enough altitude to do another spiral or not?
Looking out there, I feel like I do, but I probably don't.
Well, you do what you got to do. Need to see the second runway line. Need second runway line. Second runway line. See it?
Yeah, we're not far enough.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
We're gonna go land the other way probably.
No, you're too
far, too low.
No.
Then we're gonna die, Rick.
No, we're not. But see, watch the nose. See, if I watch the nose, see, watch the nose. See this here? Okay. Gonna have to land on 1-1.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Land the other way probably.
And Great Barrington 2 0 Romeo is gonna do a simulate engine out to runway 11. Okay, so that's what I said. We're too low for that runway there. But look, see the nose? I got the attitude right there. See that?
Yep.
I got the airport mate. See this? Now here's the runway. I want to turn my base. See that open field right there? I want to turn my base somewhere around there. I got the field made, so put down 1 notch of flaps.
Okay.
And watch the nose when you do that. See that? Watch the nose. There you go. That's all I care about.
Okay.
Now take a look. You gotta look. If you want to look at the runway, use the right rudder and left aileron. See this? See? That's how you see the airport. See that?
Okay.
I gotta swing it out of the way. Okay. Great Barrington 20 Romeo turning a base for runway 11. Okay. Go.
Okay.
Now watch the nose of the runway. Nose to the runway. How you looking?
Not bad.
A little high. I put some flaps down. Put the rest of them down. Now just fly. Now fly. You're not looking like a lawn dart. Fly it to the second runway line. See?
Ready with the last one.
No, you got. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You got. Okay. Go around. Go around. Go around. Go around. Yep. Go around.
Great Barrington traffic 20 Romeo going around.
Okay. Watch the nose. Watch the nose. Watch the nose.
I'm trying. I got all the trim in there.
Yep. So
Reaching
there.
for it.
What happens is we have to figure out how you decide. You're only at when you decide to do that other turn, you're only at 2,100 feet. You're only at 300 feet above the pattern altitude, and there's no way you're going to make that. Okay. So what you have to do is you say, okay, I don't think I can make that. Okay. So I have to do is just turn my downwind, my base, and set up my downwind because I can always lose altitude. I can never get altitude back. Okay. Very good.
Okay. We don't want to climb over, right?
Yeah, we'll just do a climbing turn to the left there.
What am I doing here? It's
a
crosswind.
Yeah, just a crosswind. Yeah, for the climbing up overhead.
20 Romeo, turning crosswind, runway 11.
We're just going to climb up to altitude. We're going to use it again 29. The reason why you didn't make it because you had a tailwind. There is a wind up here. That's why if there was no wind, you would have been fine. But the leaves are pointing there. There was a tailwind from the west. Okay. So again, shallow the bank out. There you go. That's it. Now just climb straight ahead. There you go. Just climb straight ahead. There you go. Again, if you just look at the nose, if you see that the nose is like this here, that's not good. If you're looking like a lawn dart like this here, that's not good either. Okay, so somewhere's you know, just below a level horizon or just below the horizon is good when you have flaps. Okay.
Resnick traffic, white diamond, turning right base, runway 22, Resnick. Resnick traffic, white diamond, final, runway 22, Resnick.
Here, bring flaps up.
Oh yeah. Like she was pitching up a little bit too much on her own, but I didn't process why.
What time do you get out to, you're going to get into Chicago tomorrow?
What's that?
What time do you get into Chicago?
10 or 11 a.m.
And then you get to Oshkosh about 2, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I got some friends in Kenosha, Racine area. I'm going to stop and have lunch with.
Yeah. I had an aunt that lived there.
What's
Racine. I had an aunt and uncle lived in Racine because he was working at the Air Force, the Navy base there.
Take care, bud. Come up on 2345 if you'd like.
Turn back or?
Sure.
Speed traffic, Skylane 47520 Sierra, turning left crosswind, street 2.
We're about, what, 2 miles out?
What's that?
We're up 2 miles back?
Yeah, about 2 miles, yeah.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo, 2 miles west, climbing to 3500 for a simulated engine out spiral for landing. I guess I'm not understanding where I should be at what altitudes, so it's hard for me to place it.
The airport elevation is 700 feet, okay?
Right.
You want to be a downwind 1,000 feet above that, so you want to be downwind at 1,700 feet.
Right. So I want to treat this like as close to a normal landing as
That's
possible.
when I want to set myself up so that I'm in a normal downwind base and final. Because that's what you're used to, a normal downwind base and final.
Right.
And if I'm at 2,000 on the downwind, that's fine, I'm high. If I'm at 1,600 feet on down, that's okay, I'm low, but I'm going to turn my base right away. I'm not going to be going out to the L-shaped barn in a house that Rick can't afford, okay? Okay, I'm not going to say a word the entire time.
No pressure, Rick, no pressure.
Now we're all the way off. All the way off. There you go.
Great Barrington traffic, 20 Romeo. Practice spiral descent for landing. Engine out. All that talking and not enough work, right? This carb heat is on, mixture is rich. Check the magnetos.
This is field, Archer, November 3, Banner X-ray, 6 miles to the south.
Fuel pump is on.
30,
Good speed traffic, Skyline 4752 Sierra, 6 miles south.
Look out the window,
west
Mark.
to
Look out the
southwest.
damn window. Alright, so we are 3,000 feet. I'm getting pushed off field just a little bit, going fast. Alright, look out the window. Okay, we're approaching 500, descending about 1,000 a minute, so if I can drag out this last loop just a little bit longer to get set up for a downwind. Okay. Hitting best glide, but I think I'm getting what I want right now. Okay.
You didn't stop for the down. You didn't stop for the crosswind.
Diamond, left downwind, runway 04, resident.
Over 2,000. I'm going to go out just a little farther. I'm going to pull a flap because we're high.
And it's because you didn't. Look how high you are. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a big problem here. You didn't. You were in perfect position to set up a crosswind, downwind, base, and final. Okay. You just kept turning all the way around. What happens now? You got yourself into a situation. Now I got to fight to keep the airplane in the air. You had plenty of altitude. I was hoping you'd just say, okay, I'm doing a crosswind, a downwind, a base, and a final. Okay, you get the airplane now.
That's what I was kind of thinking I was doing.
But you just kept coming right towards the runway. You just come right here. So here, okay, now you're way high. Okay, now what's this here? Okay, you're gonna give a full right rudder and left aileron. Okay. See?
Full left rudder?
Yep. All right, see, we're too high. We're not gonna be able to make it.
Okay.
What happened is I'm going to take you right to where I'm going to take you where you were. What happened is you were right here, and you were still at like 2,300 feet. I was going, oh, he's got this made. But you just kept turning right around onto the final. You didn't set up a crosswind, downwind, base, and final.
Well, that's what I was thinking I was doing, was dragging.
No, you weren't looking at the airport. You lost sight of it. You weren't looking at the spot where you were landing the airplane.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try around. I'm just going to bring it around. Okay.
Runway 04,
It's my fault because I'm probably getting frustrated. You just have to see where you are, and what happens is you were perfect. If normal says I want to be at 1,700 feet facing this way here.
Right.
I was at 2,300 feet here. That's 500 or 600 feet. That's perfect. So this, okay, now I do is I'm on upwind. Now let me fly 90 degrees to the runway. Okay, oh look at that. I'm still above my pattern altitude there. Now I can turn my downwind. There's my airplane. There's my downwind, base, and that's what you have to do. Okay, you have to just talk yourself through. And what happens, you got to the end of the runway like this here, and you just kept going like this here, right? And what happens now, you lost sight of the airport, and then they said, oh, time to turn. You were still at 2,000 feet when you turned final. Okay? And I'm going to set you up where we were before. We're not going to climb all the way 3,500.
Okay. I guess I got to get... like the descent, I can say, oh, I'm descending 1,000 feet per minute.
No, you don't do that. That's why you're getting screwed up, because you're looking in here. Okay. If I look outside, screw this. I don't give a shit what the altitude is here. I look outside and say, okay, look at this. I look high, okay? You've got enough experience now to say, okay, what looks normal, what looks high and stuff, right? And so what you have to do is you just say, okay, looks good. You can cross-reference these, but if I got it trimmed up right here, and you also you went from 80 to 100 to 80 to 100 twice. Okay.
Well, I know it looks normal when I'm on downwind, base, and final. I don't know what looks normal when I'm over the airport because I'm never in that position.
If you trim it for 80, all you do is you want 80 miles an hour and let the airplane fly the rest. Okay, here you were. Okay, you were at 2,300 feet right here. Okay. You're right here, and then you just turn right down the loop right on the final. Okay, there you go. Okay, there's a. Okay, so here. Now I don't have enough room to do another look at the airport underneath you. Just look outside. Trim it up pretty. I don't have enough room, but see, look at the altitude. I'm above my pattern altitude. So watch this. There's the runway there. So it's this. So watch this.
Yep.
I'm just gonna turn. Now watch this. I want to fly to that open field right there. See this? I'm watching the nose. See this here? Okay. I can see that. I know the airport's right underneath me. See this here?
But you're keeping your pitch.
Yep. 80 miles an hour. See this here? My pattern altitude is 1,700 feet. Okay, I'm still above my pattern altitude, so I'm good. Okay, now take a look here. There's the airport. There's the open field right there. I'm right over the end of the runway. Okay, so normally there's my L-shaped barn or whatever I want. I want to give myself time. Okay, here it is. Okay, give yourself time. We're still 300 feet above our pattern altitude, and as we're ready to be at the end of the runway. Now take a look. There's the runway behind us, right? So now you got the airplane. Okay. Now fly the airplane. Nice and easy. Watch this. Nice and easy. See this? See the runway? Runway nose. Nose runway? Look at this. Here you are, 1,700 feet, right over the end of the runway. So in this case here, I want to stop the turn. There it is, like 1,700 feet right here. Okay. Now I don't have any power, so I got a headwind there, so I want to turn my base over that white house down there. See that white house with the swimming pool?
Yep.
Okay, so put down 1 notch of flaps. Now watch the nose. Okay, take a look at the airport. Looks good. Okay, now turn my base. Okay, how do I look? Okay, looks good.
Okay.
Now start turning right towards the airport. Okay. No more flaps, just turn right towards the airport. You just watch the nose. You don't give a shit about the airspeed. Just watch the
I'm looking outside.
Just keep the nose like this. See this here? Keep the nose like that. There you go. Okay, now put down next flaps. Now see the second runway line? There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Put down the third notch. There you go. Now fly the airplane right to the second runway line. Okay, you take your hand off the flap. You got it made. Take your hand off the flap panel. Yeah, now fly the airplane to the second runway line. Your miles an hour, second runway line. See this? You're flying the airplane. There's the second runway. See this here? Second runway. See this? Fly right to the second runway line?
Yep.
Flying it right to the second runway. Look, airspeed's good. See this? There's my second runway line, okay? Now I'm just going to come in. Good. We're going to call it quits on that.
All right.
My throat is starting to kill me here.
No, that's a lot to take in. I'm going to watch that one 2 or 3 times easy.
But you see what I did is, I set up a downwind. What happens that last time before you were right perfect, but you cut right across the runway like this, and you just kept going, and you just right onto a final. You didn't set up a downwind base and final. Okay, so we're just going to park it right on the south side of the fuel pump.
A good size plane.
Yeah, that's a PC-12.
Ah, that's the kind that's Joe's flying now, right?
Yep.
Heard he was here about a week ago. Or...
Yeah, he was here over the weekend for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
And just slow it up. There you go. Just give it a stop right there. Good stop. There you go.
Okay. Right, let's see. Flaps are down, pumps off. Throttle around 1,000.